Hello, my name is Kareem Yaport, and this presentation is talking about the evolution of technology in the classroom. And in today's presentation, I'm going to go through a brief overview of some technologies that have been introduced into the classroom, its impact that it has had on the classroom, and some really great current trends available in today's classrooms. Technology in the classroom has definitely evolved in the past few centuries, from the blackboard to photocopiers to the World Wide Web, interactive whiteboards. There are so many different ways that technology has shaped the classroom. Let's begin with the addition and creation of the blackboard that was invented in 1801. The blackboard being added to the classroom allowed teachers to provide students with illustrated concepts and offer visual aids in complex ideas, allowing teachers to, on a budget, be able to provide education to an entire large group of students and be able to illustrate complex ideas like mathematics, writing, and different concepts. Another addition to the classroom is the overhead projector that was invented in 1853 that allowed teachers the ability to project visual aids without the use of a blackboard onto a screen. This allowed students to be able to interact better and increase their engagement in the classroom. Did you know that the magic lantern that was invented in 1659 is actually an earlier version of the current overhead projector? Another addition to the classroom is the typewriter that was invented in 1874. This allowed students to develop their typing skills, provide writing assignments, as well as these are the early forms of typing skills that were later used to adapt to personal computers. One of my most favorite inventions to the classroom is the photocopier, invented in 1959. This allowed the teachers to quickly and easily replicate written photographic material for the classroom. And it really allowed educators to provide learning material at a low cost and really save on time efficiency so that they can spend more time with their students than copying material. The next technology that we'll cover might surprise you. Artificial intelligence, or AI, and AI-based tools was invented in 1961, which definitely surprised me when I was creating this presentation. It has not been implemented in the classroom until the last few years. It has, however, had an extreme impact on how the classroom operates today. Teachers are using AI in various different ways, from providing new innovative ways of teaching materials to providing personalized lesson plans, automating tasks, but overall allowing teachers to be able to focus more on teaching and student engagement. AI is able to provide students with more instant feedback and more adaptive tools for teachers to use with their students. I'll also discuss other implementations of AI in the classroom later in this presentation. The internet, or the World Wide Web, was invented in 1989 and has provided an easy way to find access to information, resources, collaborate across the world, as well as providing students with all types of learning opportunities, as well as narrowing the gap to the access of education and leading to the new age of the digital learning. Imagining being a student in the United States or being a student in Indonesia in a rural area. Internet has really allowed students from all over the world to be able to access the same level of information from all of the most elite scholars in the world. The last technology that we're going to cover in this presentation is the interactive whiteboard, invented in 1991. Imagine the typewriter, the personal computer, the internet, the overhead projector, the magic lantern, all put into one device. The interactive whiteboard has allowed professors, teachers, educators around the world provide multimedia content, showcase videos, lessons, on what looks like a whiteboard, but is so much more. This has allowed educators to have more dynamic lesson plans, have more collaborative activities, as well as providing better visual aids for their students. I personally love the whiteboard, and it has been one of the most interesting additions from my educational experience. All the technology that I just covered have had a significant impact in education throughout the decades. I will say that the new kid on the block and the one that's most talked about recently is AI. AI can be seen in the classroom from ChatGPT, Copilot, Gemini. AI has come in many iterations in the past few years. Teachers are currently using AI and AI based tools to assist them in grading, using it to create new content, or even gamifying content for better student engagement, as well as using analytics to gauge different student milestones. But personally, the biggest impact it's had in education is being little virtual assistants to see how students are doing and help bridge some of the educational gaps because not every student is created the same. Another addition to the classroom is online learning. Due to COVID-19, as well as other different changes in the educational landscape, education is now virtual. It is now easily accessible globally. So students can learn from Harvard professors just from their seat of their house. It is really interesting how online learning and AI is currently changing the educational landscape. But I will say these are the current educational trends in technology. I definitely expect more and more and more and more educational technology to be added to the classroom and enhance the student experience. And I'm so much looking forward to what else will be added to educational learning and what students will be learning. I would like to provide my references if it's helpful for anyone as to where I received all this material as well as where I'm getting my information from. But I definitely want to say thank you for sitting through my presentation. If you want to learn more about how technology has changed education, as well as any more information that I've kind of covered here today, please definitely feel free to reach out to myself or feel free to use the internet. There's so much great information available online as to how teachers as well as technology is currently shaping the landscape in education. Thank you so much for watching.